Hi, fourth grade, Mrs. Kite here. Today I want to go through a strategy I use when I'm alphabetizing words that start with the same letter. I'm going to use the example from packet 3 in our s'mores choice worksheet. I'm going to share my screen with you real quick, and I want to tell you about the words we're alphabetizing as well as how I kind of go through this myself. So let me pull up a Google Doc, and I'm going to type this out because I don't really have the best handwriting using my smart notebook at home. So the first thing I'm going to do is I need to list out what I'm supposed to alphabetize. So the words from the s'mores activity were crackers, chocolate, crushed, and crumbs. So I make sure to list those, and then right underneath that, I actually write out my alphabet. I find that this helps me kind of keep things straight. So I'm going to go ahead and let my alphabet. So we'll do A, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. All right, I have my alphabet there. So now what I do is I start writing the words one letter at a time going down by rows. So I know they all start with C. So I'm going to go ahead and start writing my letters with my C's. C. So I've finished that, and then I look at crackers. The second letter is an R. All right, and chocolate, the second letter is an H. Crush, the second letter is an R. And crumbs, the second letter is an R. So I'm going to go through, and I'm actually, what I would do if I'm doing this on paper is underline it, but I'm going to highlight it. So I'm highlighting these so I can look at the second letter. All right, and there's my R's and my R's. And I know I accidentally highlighted that C, but that's the word we're starting with. So we know right away that if we go down and we use our alphabet, one second letter is an H. So I'm going to go ahead and highlight that. And this is the second letter, and I highlighted those yellow, so I'm just going to use the yellow. And then we have an R for the other second letters. The other second letters are the same. So I can see after highlighting and underlining that H comes before R, and I know that only one of them had an H, and that's chocolate. And I am going to go ahead and highlight that in just gray, so I know that I'm using it. So I know that my first word then is going to be chocolate. Now the second letter for the others were the same, so I'm going to go ahead and put my R's in the second. So now I know that all three of these are going to start with CR, but now I have to look at the third letter and try to figure out which one comes first. So for this one, I'm going to use the highlight color green when I look at my third letter. So in crackers, the third letter is an A. In crushed, the third letter is a U. And in crumbs, the third letter is a U. So what I'm going to do now is I can see, I'm going to highlight my A, where my A and my U's are, just so I have a visual that helps me keep track. So right there, I can see, of course, that A comes at the beginning of the alphabet. So right away, I know that my next word is going to be crackers. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to highlight crackers in gray so that we know that I've used it. And I'm going to write down crackers. So that's the next one that comes. Now, the third letter here for both is U. So I'm going to go ahead and put the U down. But I don't quite know what the words are yet. So now I have to move over to that fourth letter. So I'm going to go ahead and highlight the fourth letter in blue. And on crush, the fourth letter is an S. On crumbs, the fourth letter is an M. So right away, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to highlight that S. in blue, and I'm gonna highlight that M in blue. Again, if you're writing it down, you can just underline, you can cross out, whatever works for you. And right away, I can see that the M is going to come first, and the M is there in crumbs. So crumbs is going to be our next word, which means that our last word is crushed. I find that it helps me out a lot if I just go through these literally one letter at a time. It's a huge help, and it helps keep us from getting confused, especially as we see on that one was really tricky because they had several letters that were the same in the second spot and the same in the third spot. And sometimes that really does trip us up. So I hope that helps you out. I hope you apply this strategy next time you're asked to alphabetize something that starts with the same letter. Thank you so much for working with me today, 4th grade. It's been a blast. Remember, 4th grade is better together. I'll see you guys later. Bye.